I love making new friends and I respect people for a lot of different reasons. No matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. You have people come into your life. Shockingly and surprisingly, you have losses that you never thought you'd experience. You have rejection and you have learned how to deal with that and how to get up the next day and go on with it. We don't need to share the same opinions as others, but we need to be respectful. I think the perfection of love is that it's not perfect. I'm intimidated by the fear of being average. Just because you make a good plan doesn't mean that's what's gonna happen. Red is such an interesting color to correlate with emotion because it's on both ends of the spectrum. On one end, you have happiness, falling in love, infatuation with someone, passion, all that. On the other end, you've got obsession, jealousy, danger, fear, anger, and frustration. I think every girl's dream is to find a bad boy at the right time when he wants to not be bad anymore. Anytime someone tells me that I can't do something, I want to do it more. In a relationship, each person should support the other. They should lift each other up. I think fearless is having fears but jumping anyway. When you hear people making hateful comments, stand up to them. Point out what a waste it is to hate, and you could open their eyes. People like music when they're in love, but they don't need it as much. You need music when you're missing someone, or you're pining for someone, or you're forgetting someone, or you're trying to process what just happened. My mom and I have always been really close. She's always been the friend that was always there. There were times when, in middle school and junior high, I didn't have a lot of friends, but my mom was always my friend, always. In my opinion, the only way to conquer stage fright is to get up on stage and play. Every time you play another show, it gets better and better. When you are missing someone, time seems to move slower. And when I'm falling in love with someone, time seems to be moving faster. I think the tiniest little thing can change the course of your day, which can change the course of your year, which can change who you are. I never want to change so much that people can't recognize me. I never give advice unless someone asks me for it. One thing I've learned, and possibly the only advice I have to give, is to not be that person giving out unsolicited advice based on your own personal experience. People haven't always been there for me, but music always has. My imagination is a twisted place. Relationships are like traffic lights, and I just have this theory that I can only exist in a relationship if it's a green light. The cool thing about reading is that when you read a short story or you read something that takes your mind and expands where your thoughts can go, that's powerful. I've been a huge fan of Chris Martin forever. It'd be awesome to work with him. He's really kind, and he's been really encouraging when we've met. I think about food literally all day, every day. It's a thing. Anything you put your mind to and add your imagination into can make your life a lot better and a lot more fun. Your feelings so are important to write down, to capture, and to remember. Because today you're heartbroken, but tomorrow you'll be in love again. All you need to do to be my friend is like me. I can't deal with someone wanting to take a relationship backward or needing space or cheating on you. I'm not the girl who always has a boyfriend. I'm the girl who rarely has a boyfriend. It's human nature to not say everything that's on your mind at the time you think it, because we fear saying something that people will laugh at, people will think is dumb. We're afraid of being embarrassed. If you're yelling, you're the one who's lost control of the conversation. My ultimate goal is to end up being happy most of the time. I am completely fascinated by the differences and comparisons between real life and fairy tales because we're raised as little girls to think that we're a princess and that Prince Charming is going to sweep us off our feet. I know my flaws before other people point them out to me. Songs for me are like a message in a bottle. You send them out to the world, and maybe the person who you feel that way about. We'll hear about it someday. Poetry and lyrics are very similar, making words bounce off a page. There are no rules when it comes to love. I love the ending of a movie where two people end up together, preferably if there's rain in an airport or running or a confession of love. I had the most magical childhood, running free and going anywhere I wanted to in my head. Silence speaks so much louder than screaming tantrums. Never give anyone an excuse to say that you're crazy. I am an overachiever, and I want to be known for the good things in my life. Love always ends differently, and it always begins differently, especially with me. I second guess and overthink and rethink every single thing that I do. I think I am smart unless I am really in love, and then I am ridiculously stupid. Nothing ruins your day more than getting a bad review. The drama and the trauma of the relationship you have when you're 16 can mirror the one you have when you're 26. Life repeats itself. There are so many emotions that you're feeling. You can get stifled by them if you're feeling them all at once. What I try to do is take one moment, one simple feeling, and expand it into 3.5 minutes.